But there is another side to the personalization issue. There is the issue of privacy. And let me hasten to add privacy and security. I still remember, I think it was 5, 6 years ago, I was sitting at a lunch in China, and one of the icons of the digital world said, privacy is dead, but security is a big issue. And he said that privacy is dead because people are willing to share everything and are not really worried about what happens to their data. And he was concerned about security because his platform was attacked hundreds of thousands of times every day. But I would like you to really not disconnect those two things of privacy and security, because they are really truly interlinked. And when you think about personalization, you also need to understand there is an enormous need for really observing privacy and to really accept the responsibility also for the security of your customers. Now, of course, there are worries. There are worries about privacy and security. We have had the discussion around Facebook and Cambridge Analytica, and we literally have thousands of major hacks every year with literally billions of data sets being stolen. Now, many of those data sets will have no value, but quite some of them have. And when, of course, when we hear about big security issues, we hear about the big companies that have been attacked and maybe even paralyzed for days and weeks. But every day, thousands and thousands of individuals, small firms, are also being hacked and paralyzed and having to pay in bitcoins or other currencies to get their systems released and freed up. And so, while of course we do really think about personalization all the time, we also need to look at the other side, and that is privacy and security. Not just because, a lot of the data that we are using and the personalization does not create value for our customers. We need to think about also because, of course, government regulations will increase and intensify going forward. We need to be very, very careful as we exchange data between firms. The personal data that you have about your customers should be staying with you, or should you be allowed to exchange that with third parties? And they then exchange them again with somebody else, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh party. And of course, we should also talk about, should the customer be able to access her or his own data? Who does own it? Can you also delete those data?